Alright, hey Java bros. Today I'm going to teach you about the break keyword and if, else if, and switch statements in Java. So basically an if statement is a condition and it checks if the condition within this is true. So if 3 is equal to lol, it's not. Anyway, if this was hypothetically true, if lol was 7, then it would have executed what's in here. Okay, so there's also else ifs, and that's what will execute because it'll check the else if, since it only checks the else if this original if, the thing above the else if, is incorrect. So if I put another else if down here, then it would only check the else if the else if above it was wrong. So the else if only executes if the if, or the condition above it, is false. So if this is false, it'll check for this, lol is equal to 3, so it'll execute what's in there. And then this else statement, if lol was, for example, 4, then it wouldn't fulfill any of the requirements. I would just go to the else statement, which is basically your default case. So if it doesn't fit any of these requirements, then it just does what's in the parentheses for this one, so it prints sus. Alright, and I want you to evaluate what this problem does. Alright, so I'll give you a second to pause. Okay, so int x equals 0. You're setting x to 0, and int y equals 3. You're setting y to 3. Is 0 equal to 3? No, that means it's going to skip over it. X plus equals 1, so that means x is now 1. Because you're adding 1 to the value of x, which is 0, and then you're setting that to x. So x is equal to 1 now. If x plus 2, which is really just 1 plus 2, equals y is still 3. Keep that in mind. Y is equal to 3. So that's true. So it's going to print out GigaChad, else system.out.print y lol. It wouldn't print this because this is true, so it doesn't go to the else. It skips over that. So let's just run it one time, because why not? See, it prints out GigaChad. That's also what you are if you use ternaries. Anyway, yeah. Okay, now that we're done covering Boolean statements, let's move on to switch statements. So a switch statement is basically a bunch of if statements and else statements simplified to one set with easier to understand keywords. This can be useful when you have a variable that has different functions for every value. Now keep in mind that switches can only work with byte, short, char, and int primitive data types, strings, and some wrapper classes. For example, character, byte, short, and integer. So for example, if I had an int x, or in this case setting, which was set to 25, it would only execute, actually let's set this to 3. If I had int setting, which was set to 3, it would execute case 3, because case is basically like if x equals 3, or if setting equals 3. So if setting equals 3, execute this. And break is going to stop the other ones from executing. If we remove break, it's going to execute everything. So let's just run it real quick. Okay, so I figured out I was wrong. Turns out that it doesn't clear the screen at method call. So I called this method, but didn't clear out GigaChad from pracprobs, or print out GigaChad over there. Anyway, we've cleared it now, so we're going to keep going. Okay, so setting equals 4, right? It printed out lol, but also printed out everything after. Lol 4, hee 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 ha from Clash Royale and Thanos. So we're trying to only print out one thing, right? Because when it does this, that's called case fall through. We don't like case fall through. It's bad, unless you absolutely want to do it. Sorry, I'm hiccuping. Anyway, we don't like that because you don't want to do that unless you intend to. This is unintentional case fall through. So to prevent that, we're going to use the keyword break. So the break keyword is a keyword that can instantly end any kind of repetitive thing, like a loop, or in this case a switch. It can even end an if statement if you use it right. So the break keyword is going to, after executing case 1, it's going to bring you immediately down to the end of the statement. So it's going to bring you down here and just execute like. It's going to print this. Okay. So, yeah. It's going to do that. So now it's only going to print lol and then done. Okay, so you might be asking, what if your case or your setting is set to something like something that's out of range of all these, right? For that, you can include a default case. So 69,420 is not equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Even if you make like 69,419 of these, it wouldn't get to this one, this case. So for that, we've got something called a default case. It's like an else statement. So in else, it'll just print out Thanos and then break. So now if we compile it and execute it, it'll just print out Thanos and done. Thanos done. 50% is gone. Snap. That's all we're covering today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have an epic day, and remember, be GigaChad, okay?